Well, hello everybody and happy Saturday. I hope you guys are doing great today. I have been playing all morning long with this new technique that is taking the stamping world by storm. So I added a little twist to mine today, so I'm going to show you how I did that. But it is the Stampin Blends with the alcohol. And what I did to make it a little bit different, first I played with the champagne shimmer paint and added some of that on there, but this is going to be discontinued or retired in another week or so. So I had to think of what else I could use, and I thought the Wink of Stella, which is basically the same thing. So this Wink of Stella is kind of like this paint in here, but it's mixed with alcohol. So I did it both ways. It does come out a little bit cooler with this one. You can see the glitter more, but it does work with the Wink of Stella too. So I'm going to show you how I did that, and it is really fun. I played and made a bunch of them and then made this card to go with it. So let me show you exactly what we're using today and get my computer going so I can see what I'm doing. And hopefully somebody's watching today. Let me see. Here we go. I just love computers. I'm being really sarcastic. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Sharon. Yay, somebody's watching. All right, so, oh, my thing is actually pretty straight today, too. All right, so this is it. So I don't know if you can see that shimmer on there. So can you see that like glittery sparkle right around there? I've got some other ones that I did, so you might be able to see those better. So here's one that doesn't have anything on it yet. I don't know if you can see that sparkle on that one, but it's really pretty. It just kind of gives it a real subtle sparkle. This one, I think, this is the one I did with the champagne shimmer paint, and I think you can see it better on here. So the difference, this is with the shimmer paint and this is with the Wink of Stella. So it's much more glittery with the champagne shimmer paint. So if you have that, I have a bunch, but after next week I can't really show it because nobody will be able to order it. So I just tried it with the Wink of Stella, but maybe if I add more Wink of Stella it might show up better. But I thought that was just really pretty. I loved it. So those are a couple samples I did, and then I have another one on the other side here. So this is one I didn't put any shimmer on. This is just a couple different colors. This was my very first try, so it didn't come out all that great, but after I practiced, I got better at it. So it does take a little bit of practice to get it. I think this is probably my favorite one with that champagne shimmer paint. But all right, so we're going to show the Wink of Stella one today with this. And I'm using some brand new stuff. So I've got the Color and Contour stamp set, and we're using this flower and this right here. And then this die goes with it, and it comes with all of these really cool frames. So I'm using this one, the scallopy one, to that's what I used to cut out the white piece. And I just did that first and then stamped on it. So that's super easy. And then also we've got our paper products, and I have a couple winners from the last couple cards. I finally remembered to do it. So the winner of this card is Sandra Allman. So Sandra, if you're watching on replay, just send me your email address. I mean your real address, not your email. Send me an email with your address. And my link is on my YouTube channel in the description box. And then this one, the winner is Brenda Turner. This was the gift card holder. So Brenda, you get that one. So you guys just let me know and I will send them to you. And then the paper products you need are the new paper, 4 1/4 by 11 Fresh Freesia. That's a tongue twister. And I did it long ways and scored it in half at 5 1/2. And then you need a piece of cardstock vellum, 4 by 5 1/4, a piece of 2 by 4 Misty Moonlight, and a piece of 2 3/4 by 4 white, and then I die cut it. So now it's a little bit smaller. So it's about 2 1/2 by 3 3/4 after you cut it out. But you want it a little bit bigger to stick it in there. So that's all the paper you need, not too much. And also the sayings. I just went ahead, I have a whole bag of these sayings from the Many Messages bundle. You know, the big giant one that has like, I don't know, 20 words on it, and then you pop them out all at once. So I thought I better start using some of these because I have so many. So I'm not going to show you that today because I've already showed that in a few other videos, and I think most of you guys have seen that before, but it's the many messages stamp. It's one giant stamp with all the words, and then you cut it out. So I have a whole bag of those to use up. And I have this new thing that I got from Amazon. Now, you can use this, which is our silicone mat, but I found that it was too small, and I am a messy girl, so mine was kind of running off the sides. So I bought this at Amazon. It's just like a Silpat, it's kind of a silicone mat. I got a few of them because I wanted to have a few for class and have them a little bit bigger. So I don't know, there was like 4 in a pack for 10 bucks or something. They're really cheap. But if you have this, you can use it, but I just was like not wanting to get anything on my surface, so I wanted something bigger behind that. All right, so you're going to start with this, your vellum piece, and you're going to pick any markers, the Stampin Blends you want, not markers, Stampin Blends. There is a difference because these are alcohol markers. So I've got, let's see, dark polished pink, dark misty moonlight, and dark Highland heather. So I did try the fresh freesia. It was too light and it was not showing up, so I switched to the Highland heather. And the darker colors do work better for showing up. So I'm going to start with the pink, and all you do is just scribble on here. And you guys have probably already seen this technique because it's been around for a little while now. And then I'm going to put some purple. And there's really no rhyme or reason. You just kind of put it wherever you want. Make sure you use the side of your Stampin' Blend so you don't mess up the tip. And then I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight, and these are all the dark ones. If you go over one, it doesn't matter. The blue shows up really well. I know, it doesn't matter if you scribble on here. I think I need a little bit more purple. But the funny thing is the blue and the pink make purple, so they show up really well. Maybe I'll put some more pink. But you want to kind of cover the whole thing because the color is going to fade a little bit. And then what I did with this was I took the, what do you call it? The aqua painter. It's not aqua painter anymore. It's like a water brush, I think it's called. And I put some of this in the lid, and then I just dipped it on here and tapped it all over. So if you want to try that method, you can. But for the Wink of Stella, what I did was I squeezed it a little bit and kind of got it blob out. And here it comes. Okay. Then just kind of take that and tap it all over. So you got, and you could put another drop. And it doesn't matter. It's all going to kind of gel together in a minute. So it doesn't matter what it looks like right now. So I've got Wink of Stella. So this is what it looks like now. Just kind of scribbles everywhere. So then we're going to take this aqua painter or water brush. I just call it aqua painter. Mine is not working very well. I kind of squished it and nothing's coming out. So what I did is I poured some into a little bowl, and this is 91% alcohol. You need to use the really high percentage of alcohol or it's not going to dry fast enough. And pour some of that into a little container. And then I didn't even really use this stuff that's in here. It is alcohol in there, but I just dip it in here, and my water's kind of dirty from earlier. And then you just kind of dab it all over. And I've seen some people just do like all of one color, so they like go all over the pink and then go over like the purple and then go over the blue. I don't think it really matters. It does kind of mix it up a little bit, but I think that looks cool. But you want to make sure you wet like your whole page. So I'm just getting this, soak them wet with this alcohol, and you're just kind of mushing it all over. And see how the blue and the pink make purple. So you're learning a little bit about your colors. You know, when you were a kid and you knew how to mix all these colors, like yellow and red make orange, you can do that again. All right, so once you get them all kind of reacting with the alcohol, Then I'm going to splatter some all over. So I want to make sure like everything is wet. And it looks like it is. All right, so that's what it looks like now. It's starting to curl up a little bit. All right, so then I'm just going to dab it in the alcohol again and kind of drip some. So I'm just going to drip it, and that's going to make it kind of go out by itself, so it doesn't look like I've really done anything, smeared it around. So it'll give you those little blobs that just expand. That looks so cool. All right, so we're going to let that sit for just a minute. And if you have some running off the edge, you can dab it with a paper towel if you want to. I like to just let it kind of dry by itself. Some people heat set it. I thought it looked cool just drying by itself. But you could kind of mess with it if you don't have enough of one color and you want some more. You can wait till it dries and then put some more of that color on and then just wet that spot. But I think this is so pretty. I love it, love it, love it. I'm just still messing. Okay, so we're just going to let that dry for a few minutes and then wipe your thing off. So you could use a paintbrush or aqua paint or whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Just clean it when you're done. And then let that dry for a minute. And it does curl up, but when you finish, you can kind of uncurl it when it's dry. So I already went ahead and prepared one ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me. What is that? Watch paint dry. Kind of the same thing. All right, but what I do is like as it's drying, I just keep kind of curling it back this way, and it'll straighten out by itself in a minute. So if you just leave it all curled up, it's going to stay all curled up. But it's so pretty. I just love it. All right, let me just curl it a little bit that way. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you finish. It's still a little bit wet, but see the shimmer in there? I think it's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Set my alcohol aside. All right, so now I'm going to stamp. So on my, hopefully that's dry. I'm going to take this one and stamp it with the black and the flower. So this is Memento Black. It's supposed to rain today in a little bit, which is good because I just put grass seed down and just worked in my yard all week long. So it's starting to look good. All right, so we're just going to put that right in the middle. Oh, Debbie, it's raining where you are too. I know it's so cloudy and yucky out. Perfect day for stamping. All right, so there's my flower. Then I'm going to take the new Fresh Freesia and do the inside. This is a two-step stamp. So this is my ink pad's backwards. I think they made it backwards because it opens the wrong way. All right, just ink that in there and then line it up. So you've got this little dot on there, this one. That's the little one right there. So you know that's the top. So you're just going to line it up, and it doesn't line up exactly perfect. And I think I just got my head in this screen. But just kind of get it close, you know, and it'll look fine. And then give it a good press, and there you go. So it comes out pretty good. And then I wanted to sponge mine a little bit. So I took my blending brush, and I've got this one in the pinks and the purples. So just dab it. I really need some scrap paper, I think. Let's see. Just dab it on here and then swirl it around. And it's really light. I tried not dabbing it and I got a big blob on there, so I'm not going to do that again. Oh, you know what I forgot? To color my stem. Let me do that real quick too. After I add some color. I don't know. I just love these blending brushes. I think they're so cool. All right, so here is the, let's see what this one is. Light Soft Succulent. So I'm just going to take this one and color the leaves real quick. Not perfect, just kind of get some green going in there on that stem. And that's kind of a funky one because it's not really there all the way. All right, so now we just got some green in there, but that came out pretty good. Let's put a little bit more right there. Okay, so now we're done coloring. So we just have to put it together. So I've got my big piece of the fresh freesia. I got to start learning these colors better. And we've got all these words here, so let me pick one out. I think this time, let's see. Let's do, I'm so happy to celebrate these moments with you. I love these because they have so many choices in there. All right, I'm going to put these two together, and I did not make it all the way big because this is my new thing. I like to use up scraps that I have. So I just had a scrap this big, and I said, oh, that looks cute. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't cover the whole piece or not. And just put some glue on this side, and just make sure you don't go that close to the edge because then it'll show. And just put that on there. Let that sit for a sec. Now with the vellum, I tried this glue on the vellum. It did not work because it showed, you could kind of see through it. So the one that I've got already done, this one, and I wanted to show you too, it looks so different if you put it on purple or if you put it on white, it shows up differently. So I think I already showed you this, but so here's one on white and here's one on purple. These are basically the same one, but they look totally different. So it picks up whatever color you put it on. So I liked it on the purple though. I thought it was really pretty. And I'm just going to use my old snail, and this works great. So does the new seal adhesive if you have that. But the green glue does not work. It shows through, so you don't want to use that one. And then I'm going to put it on here and hopefully get it straight. It is curled up just a little bit. Okay, and see, you can't see that at all. The tape doesn't show through there. All right, this one I'm going to do flat down, but I want to put some ribbon on there. So I've got the new ribbon, which is so pretty. Let me shut this ink pad real quick. And it's that sheer and satin mixed together, and it is gorgeous. It comes in all the new colors. And I'm just going to wrap that around and tie it in a knot. And my fingers are too fat. Okay, there we go. You know, I went after, I had to work last night, and I went to the grocery store after work, and I walked in to Food, it was Food Lion, and this guy's standing there with no mask on. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. I mean, it was like 10:15, because I don't get off work till 10 o'clock. And I mean, there was hardly anybody in there, but I thought, wow, that guy's not wearing a mask. And then I start walking around the store. There's 3 other people in there with no mask on. I'm like, okay, is after 10 o'clock like no mask time? And I always wear my mask, even though I hate wearing a mask. I wear it, you know, because you're supposed to in the stores. And I'm not a rebel like that. But I thought, wow, these people are just kind of brave. And I asked the guy working at Food Lion, I'm like, don't you guys have a policy for the mask? And they're like, yeah, but we're not allowed to say anything to people. And I said, oh, okay, well, I guess that's good, because then you don't want to be like confrontational. But I thought that was interesting, because hopefully those people have had vaccines or already had it, because they can still give it to somebody else. And I felt bad for the people working there, because they're wearing a mask, and if they haven't had it already, then they got to worry about it. But you know what? I meant to put that just around the white, but that's okay. It'll be all right. All right, so we're going to put this down flat, and I am going to use the green glue for that. I'll be glad when they take these mask restrictions away, though, too, because I hate wearing my mask. I got to wear it all day long at work. And after a while, it just becomes so hard to breathe in it. I just kind of get like claustrophobic after a few hours. All right, so we're going to put that down, and you could really put this anywhere, but I kind of like it to the left. Oh, it's raining everywhere. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Sharon. All right, and then this one, I'm just going to put down here, kind of right at the bottom. You could put it down wherever you want. It doesn't matter. But I just thought it looked good kind of hanging off the edge of that one. And I'm going to use some dimensionals for that one. My dimensionals are stuck to everything. All right, so we'll just put one on each edge of that. Use some little pieces here. Okay. No funny story today. I was trying to think of something real quick, but I can't think of anything. Sorry. All right, so stick that off the end. And, oh, need some pearls here. So I've got my pastel pearls. And, oh, I got my Take Your Pick tool. I remembered it today. So I'm going to use some of these of the lighter purple ones because they match perfectly. So I'm going to stick one right here. And I think I put one underneath it. Oops, right there. And whoops, now you could stick these anywhere you want to, but, oh, this one didn't get the sticky. Hold on. Let me put it back and pick up the sticky part. Don't you hate that when you get one and it doesn't have the sticky on it? All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so there you go. A beautiful card. I just love it, love it, love it. And don't forget, if you leave a comment on here or on my YouTube channel, you could win this card. And don't forget the 2 people who won the other ones at the beginning of the video. Make sure you send me your address so I can send them to you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. You can't order this yet, but one more week. I think it is next, let me see, Tuesday, a week from Tuesday maybe. It's May 4th, Star Wars Day. So you can order then. And let me just show you that sparkle one more time. Can you see it? It just is so pretty. It's just a little sparkle on there, but I love it. But if you have the other stuff, that really does work better because you can really see it on here. So if you haven't gotten this, you can still order it. I think it's on the retired list right now, the closeout, and it might be half off. One of them is half off. Don't forget stampingwithlisa.com. Go shopping if you want to. Get the last minute clearance stuff or the retired stuff. Make sure you look for my name there. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.